So, hello. Today I'm going to talk about the 5 things I wish I knew before wanting to become a nurse here in Germany. So, yeah, I'm going to make a two-part video because if I'm going to make only one video, it's going to be a very lengthy video, and I'm still trying to figure out other things that I wish I knew before I came here. So, yeah, basically that's it. But just to give you an overview of my current situation, um, I was hired by a private agency in the Philippines. So, and I basically have another agency here in Germany. So they are basically affiliated, both of them. So while I was still in the Philippines, I had a separate agency that collects all my documents, processes all these things, helps me with my German language course and all that. And when I came here to Germany, this certain agency is the one who takes care of my other concerns and issues regarding with my employer and whatnot. So all these three offices work together in order to make my um, employment here possible. So yeah, and again, also only finished or took an exam and passed exam, the B1 level exam. I did not have to finish the B2 level because the minimum requirement is the B1 level um, German language. So yeah, and now I am here in east part of Germany, and I'm working at a nursing home. So I take care of like the elderly people, especially with those with dementia. Yeah, but not just dementia, but all the other cases, but most especially that one that focuses with elderly people with dementia. So yeah, and I work here in the east part of Germany, not in the west part. So um, east part of Germany, I maybe I will just have to talk about it later about what east of Germany is like as compared to that of the west. But I don't have much experience with the west part of Germany, so I don't know. I have to think about that one. Um, yeah. So currently, I'm still doing my Ausbildung, or it's like a training, ba. So I do online classes for my German class, for my German course. Um, it's a continuous German course for like the B2 level, but also a refresher course because it took me a while before I came here. Really long time, so I have forgotten my German language knowledge. So basically, I got a refresher course and a continuation to the B2 level, especially to the Pflege or the nursing course. And then I also attend a theory course, which is basically just like in the Philippines when you have like theory classes in nursing. Like we talk about the law, we talk about like the diseases and all that. So yeah. And then I at the same time I'm also doing my practicum in the nursing home. So yes. So let's delve right into the 5 things I wish I knew before wanting to be a nurse in Germany, part one. So yeah. First and foremost, the German language. So when you I was still in school, I was taught the Hochdeutsch or um, the High Deutsch, High German. So um, it's quite different at work. So here in east part of Germany, they have like Sächsisch, Bayerisch, and the other language dialects ba. If you're in the Philippines, like for example, like Bisaya, Tagalog, na ay Bicolano, kanan sa taga Pampanga, lahi po, di ba? So it's very different. So like for example, when you go to school, you are taught Tagalog lang, but you get to be assigned in like Mindanao, oh Bisaya. So it's quite difficult. It's a different experience. It's difficult to communicate. It's difficult to express yourself. So I wish I knew that when I was still in the Philippines, like German language itself is difficult. Like they said, na German language daw is where the English words came from, but I felt like some of the words really does not connect at all. Well, of course, some of the words are like shuhe, the shoes. So it sounds pretty the same and all that, but it doesn't mean that everything sounds the same. Like they have prepositions, like prepositions in English, like in, on, at, beside. Those are under. Those are the basic prepositions in English, right? But here they have in, an, uh, and then you have to conjugate it, or like it 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 has a lot of grammatical rules attached to those things. So it's not easy, but the thing is with the German people is that they will accept whatever level of German language that you have, or what you have honed, what you have practiced, for as long as you are able to express yourself. But yeah, it's just totally different from what I've learned in school and what I am experiencing right now here in east part of Germany. So yeah. The second one is the recognition process. There's this recognizing body here in Germany where you submit all your documents. It's like CGFNS. Like they assess all your documents, what you have learned in school, what are your work experiences. So they weigh those things, and they are the one who will decide if you get the full recognition or the half recognition. If you're fully recognized, you that means you are automatically a registered nurse here in Germany. But when you are half recognized, you have to go through all these other trainings, like the theory part and the practicum part that you have to comply. Like they will decide, you still have to comply for like 2 months to up to 12 months practicum before you can take an exam to prove that you can be a fully recognized nurse here in Germany. And then there's also this theory that you need to complete all these number of hours of like learning certain subjects, like um, uh, you need to comply for like the neurological phase or whatnot, all these things. So it's a very difficult and very lengthy process if you come to think about it, and you have to comply all these before you become a fully recognized nurse. So yeah, and of course there are two types of exams. There's or like two processes, the Anpassungslehrgang and the Kenntnisprüfung. With the Anpassungslehrgang, that one was, that's a process where the previous batches in our agency has to comply with. But for our batch, we were asked to do the Kenntnisprüfung, which I guess is, I don't know if it's the more common one, but it's the harder way to be a recognized nurse. You have to like repeat all those NCPs and the ADLs and all those stuff. So you have to learn that in school, learn that through the practicum and all that. But it's also a lot shorter. Like there's only like about 6 months. Like yeah, around that period of time, that then you can take the exam after completing your Ausbildung. But with the Anpassungslehrgang, it depends on the deficit letter that the recognizing body is going to release to you. So yeah, and that could take a lot longer. Some maybe not that long, but for many, especially for those who does not have any clinical experience, ba, so it will take longer for them. So it's a case to case basis. So the first one was the German language, the second one is the recognition process, and the third one is the work. Like really, when you come here in Germany and you are not a fully recognized nurse, you will first work as a nurse assistant, but that translates in English to being a caregiver, especially if you are working in a nursing home. So your work really is to provide care, like a caregiver. That's why now I have very much on another level, high respect towards the caregivers. It's not an easy job at all. It's very different from like the nursing experience that you have in the Philippines. Like you get to prepare the medicine, you get to like sit down and write all those nurses' notes and all that. It's like bedside nursing on another level. that's that's the work that you're going to have during your practicum. Um, Even when you are already a recognized nurse and you're working in a nursing home, you still have to do those things on top of doing other things as a registered nurse. So yeah, and I will further discuss about this. What are the like the tasks that you need to do in order to do all these um, things as a caregiver or as a nurse assistant here in Germany. So next video I'll talk about it. Yeah. So so the first was um, German language. Second was the recognition process. The third is the work. The fourth one is school. So since the start of the pandemic, we attended the online classes. So with the German course, I attended I attended it online, and even now, while I'm already here in Germany, I still attend my classes online. Um, so the setup right now, just for our batch, is that I have to attend for 3 weeks straight the German language course plus the theory course, and then a week after that, I know 3 weeks in a month, and then the 1 week in that certain month is for my practicum. So imagine I have to sit down for 3 straight weeks and learn all these like the German language and the theory part. Like, yeah, and then after 3 weeks, I get to go back to the nursing home and work for a week. Yeah, so it's a bit tricky this kind of setup, because yeah, you get to relax, not really relax, but because you have a lot of modules to comply, you have to answer this and that, and you still have assignments and all that. You have another a set of stress for the school itself for 3 weeks, and then after that another set of stress when you go to the nursing home and apply what you have learned, and do it in a nursing home, and then after that you need to go back to attend to online class, and then go to a again after 3 weeks and go back to the practicum. The the difficulty lies in like trying to remember the tasks at hand when you go back to work. Like 3 weeks is a long time, really. Like, what was the first task? What am I going to do next? What am I going to like do at this certain time? Like, it's quite frustrating, really, and yeah. You have to deal with those things, and I wish I knew that that is the kind of thing that I will be facing here in Germany. Yeah. And yeah, so the first one again was the German language. Second was the recognition process. The third one is work as a nurse assistant or a caregiver in a nursing home. Fourth is school, the setup, how it is done currently based on my experience here. Although, yeah, I must say that the previous batches, they went to school for around like a year, almost a year, I guess, because what they do, their setup was like half of the week is intended for like studies, and then half of it is for the practicum. So like Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Monday, Tuesday, and half of Wednesday they're going to attend their school and online. So in probably Wednesday they can work Wednesday, Thursday, and Friday, or sometimes it depends on the facility. If maybe you can all rest in the afternoon of Wednesday, but on Thursday, Friday, Saturday, Sunday, you might get a slot of working in the nursing home. So that's the setup of the previous batches. So yeah. And the fifth thing that I wish I knew before coming or before wanting to become a nurse here in Germany is the workplace or the facility where I will be assigned. Like the agency that I have in the Philippines, they can either send you to East Germany or to West Germany, but for most of us, we were assigned to East part of Germany. So, and most of us are working in a nursing home. Yeah, so the most of us were hoping, those especially those of us with hospital experiences, we were hoping to work in a hospital as well, or maybe in the west part of Germany. But it actually depends really on the timing, and we believe in the saying that everything happens for a reason. So I felt like the workplace or the facility will where you will be working will depend really on like what's the available like slots, or which part of East Germany you will be sent to. But I wish I knew it beforehand so that I will be able to like have a proper research. Although some of my colleagues already researched the different facilities here in East Germany. They like research which facility will give you like more opportunity, especially when applying for the family reunification visa or the FRV. That is the way how you can like get your immediate family members, like if you have like a spouse and children, which facility will be able to help you with that process. There are certain facilities here that will actually help you like make everything smoother for you. But there are also facilities that so they're like they encourage you to do so, but yeah, there are like certain things that we need to talk about that maybe in the next videos. So about the FRV and all the other things that you wish you knew before coming to Germany. So that was it. Just a recap though. First was the German language. Second was the recognition process. Third was the work as a nursing assistant and as a caregiver. And fourth is the school, the setup, like how much time you're going to spend on the online class and how much time you're going to spend in the practicum when you are not a fully recognized nurse when you come here. So, and the last one is the workplace or the facility, or like where you will be assigned which part of Germany. So that is also very important. So yeah, that's it. So in my next video, we are going to learn more about the things I wish I knew before wanting to become a nurse here in Germany. Another 5 things. So yeah, thanks.